And we are back, more Deus Ex. In the last episode we killed a boss. So yeah, apparently Typhoon level 2 is all you need to deal with this boss, which I kind of suspected, but still, getting in her range was kind of scary. There are lots of ways you can deal with this. All these power couplings you can destroy and they electrocute the floor and stuff, and that hurts her. And obviously there's a lot of stuff around the arena that you can deal with, but it's pretty much just a fight where you need to go full lethal. And you know, I don't want to tread old ground or anything, but we're only on the second boss fight, and already we're at the point where like nothing has changed in the director's cut. It was hyped up to be like, oh, is that a pocket secretary? Interesting. We're already at the point, you know, in the director's cut, it was hyped up to be, oh, all the boss fights are fixed. Oh, that's amazing. That's like the best energy bar recovery in the game. We don't need no sniper rifle. Oh, but it probably sells for a lot. Let's drop the revolver. Yeah, it was hyped up, all the boss fights were supposed to be fixed, and then like, here we are, the second boss fight, and I don't think anything has changed between the original and the director's cut. Is this, oh, this is interesting. I think you could do this during the fight. See, I've never done this before. Maybe there is something unique and different that you can do in this boss fight. Interesting. Oh shit, what is going on up here? That? Okay, good. I was about to say, Jesus Christ. Alright, I promise I'll make a quick save after we go around these again, so we don't have to do this again. But I do want all of these items. I am afraid. Drop that, drop the revolver ammo, which is here. Yeah, sorry, I know it's gonna be quite annoying to go through all this stuff again, but I know where all the good stuff is now, so at least I don't have to like sit there looking at what all the stuff is for too long. By the way, it is an EMP mine. Very useful on her. Set up some EMP mine traps. Yeah, that jar is the best energy recovery in the game. It's very, very nice. I don't know if we'll need any more Typhoons. I'm pretty sure all the other boss fights are doable without Typhoon, but I'll take one just in case. And there's another couple of EMP mines. There you go. I dropped an autosave for you guys. I was thinking about keeping the previous autosave because I want to see what this is, because I've never been up here before. Again, you learn new things every playthrough. What happened to my breakable wall? Or am I on the other side now? There was a breakable wall here. Weird. What's that valve do? Oh, can you like gas her? Oh my. It'd be very difficult to get in here without invisibility. Oh, that's her last name, by the way. I think. So this is her terminal. Very interesting. Apparently I've just used a quick stop for no apparent. Oh, no? Well, I don't know if I'm using quick stops or if it's just stopping for some reason.
Access grant.
Weird. Okay. But, oh. Interesting. I don't know where those turrets are, but I'm assuming they're downstairs. And then there are cameras, maybe doors? Interesting. And then I guess yeah, I think you probably could have gassed her. Maybe this is new in the... Oh, there's a turret. Oh, interesting. Maybe this is new in the director's cut. Very interesting. Part of me wants to give that a go now. Well, I have the autosave. Should we give it a go for the playthrough? Fuck it. Let's see what happens if we use some of this stuff. Let's hope that this autosave isn't too far back.
destroy us both.
If I remembered the code, I wouldn't need to go looking for it. Unfortunately, I do not. I could have also used my automatic unlocks. Oh god.
Adam, the coolant on the floor. It is electrically conducting.
Thank you, Eliza. Will she follow me up here? Can I gas her? Many questions. Is she? Oh my. Okay. Very interesting. I think this is what they added in the director's cut. I've never seen this before. Okay. I'm gonna just ignore that. But yeah, that's quite interesting. You can see all this, like what I was going for on the computer was the turrets. That is quite interesting. I take kind of what I said back at the start of the episode about how very little has kind of changed about this fight from director's cut to regular game, but I guess I underestimated it. Still think it's boring though. Oh, look, go back to my Barrett video, episode like 11 or 10. If you want full commentary on what I think about the boss fights in this game. You did! You missed the big Eliza Cassan swerve in a boss fight.
Jensen? Eliza Cassan just contacted me and told me I should meet you here. You ready to go?
Sorry, I'm sure nothing will happen in the next 20 minutes. You could totally just go back and watch the previous 20 minutes on the VOD.
Yeah, take us home, Malik.
Amen to that.
We're actually going back to Detroit now. That sounds like a reasonable idea. Nothing can go wrong.
Jensen, we've got a problem. I can't land at HQ. A riot's broken out. Boss says to drop you at your apartment.
I could use a shower.
You'll have to make it quick. He's on his way to meet you.
Back in Detroit, things seem to be on a little bit of high alert right now.
Jensen, we've been expecting you. Mr. Sheriff went to your apartment.
Well, looks like that shower is out of the question.
We're talking augmentations and how by not allowing us they are essentially stripped.
It's convenient that Jensen has a helipad on his roof. I don't know if that's a common thing in Detroit. One would presume not. Jesus Christ. How far down do I live? Oh, this is a different elevator to the one I used to use.
Welcome home, Mr. Jensen. You have new messages.
Apparently that's not all I have. Make yourself at home, boss.
It's a fucking mess out there, Adam. You seen the news? Picus is telling everyone we're breeding super soldiers. Taggart's at the convention center right now, urging the UN to investigate.
Is it true?
Of course not.
Except for the Typhoon, right? And a few of those defense contracts.
What?
Oh, and let's not forget the fact that Megan's team was kidnapped right before her research went public. How do you explain that one, boss?
I wanted people to see that research. Megan was on the brink of something historic. Something that would have catapulted this company to the top of the Fortune 500. Her kidnappers knew it. They knew exactly where her research would take us. And they refused to let anyone else have that much power.
Anyone else? Eliza was right. You do know more than you've told me.
I suspected. But these people? They're like ghosts. Always in the shadows. Always hiding behind lies and proxies.
Who are they?
Well, a name won't mean much. They'll use whatever one suits their interests. Sometimes it's the Masons. Sometimes the Bilderberg Group. They've had a finger in every corporation, organization, or government initiative that's defined modern society.
You're talking about... the Illuminati?
It's no joke. They're organized and they operate over and above society.
You're serious? So why would the Illuminati kidnap Megan's team?
I already told you. Megan found a way to make augmentation safer for all of us, so we can all become like you.
Like me?
Like... you are. More than human. We've got to get him back, Adam.
You said Taggart is speaking at the convention center right now?
Bitch even sent me an invite.
His aide, Sandoval, is neck deep in this.
I don't know where Sandoval is, but Taggart will. Adam, you've got to handle this delicately. We don't know Taggart is involved, and we can't afford another punch in the face. I'm trusting you with this one.
Alright, VIP pass card for the convention center gotten. We are now officially back in the Detroit hub for a second visit. Very nice. Also, I just noticed Adam, well, I think I noticed this before, but look at the pictures. It's young Jensen.
Reestablishing security.
Oh god. Forgot about that. Fucking jump scare in Deus Ex Human Revolution. I remember that now. That's an interesting point. I wonder what the fuck just happened.
Jensen! You asshole! You cost me my job!
Slow down. What happened?
What happened? They found out I let you into the morgue. That's what happened. They canned me.
Wayne, I'm sorry. You didn't deserve any of this.
Damn right I didn't. That's the second time you screwed me over.
I know. And I want to make it up to you for everything you've been through. Sarif Industries lost a lot of good people in the last 6 months, and we could use someone like you.
Oh, really? You're not saying that just to say it.
Talk to HR. Tell them I recommend you. Corporate security pays more than being a cop, and you won't be stuck behind a desk.
Jeez, yeah. Okay. I need the work, but this better be on the level.
It is. None of this is your fault, so let me make it right.
Yeah. I should sit down, you know? It's been a long week, and then all this crap, but thanks. I mean it.
CEO of the Taiyong Medical Corporation commented on the images. I want the world to know that we at
Well, Wayne got a decent ending. You know, we did fuck him over a couple times. And yeah, there are, yep, burning cars in the middle of the street. Ah, feels like we're home. How many credits do we have right now? Not enough. But potentially, if we go see our old friend in the gas station, maybe we will get enough from him. Oh god. Very peaceful and calm streets of 2027 Detroit. Always good to welcome us home.
Get back here! Leave me alone, Nick! That's it! Easy, man!
Alright, so I want to head to the gas station and then the limb clinic. I think we'll be able to pick up what we need from there. See if we run into any side quests on the way. Now I believe there is a side quest we won't be able to do, because I failed the conversation with Sarif. Yeah, we failed the conversation with Sarif earlier in the playthrough, and like I said, I just wanted to kind of keep that ending as the one we got, because, you know, that's a pretty story-based playthrough. There is 1 or 2 conversations coming up that I'm probably going to reload if we fuck up, just because I think it's better that way. But Jesus Christ. But that conversation, I just left it. But it means I don't think we can do a side quest here, which is fine. Oh, where'd he go?
What's your pleasure, friend?
He moved slightly to the right. We want all of that, but we do want to sell the shotgun and the sniper rifle. Nice. It's quite a chunky little profit there. Oh, he has fucking energy bars? The man. The myth, the legend. I'll actually grab your software as well. Jesus Christ, you have... Oh, I'm selling it. I sold all of that. I are smart. Very, very smart.
The police overreacted.
Yeah. It seems that one.
Fucking helicopter over there. Things really are going to shit. Grats. Thank you. Thank you.
How may I be of service?
I would like to sell, specifically, my shotgun and my silenced sniper rifle. And I would like to buy nothing, because you don't have anything I need. Yeah.
See you soon.
Yeah. Now we're gonna head over to the limb clinic if it hasn't been, like, shut down.
Jensen, Sarif had me hack the convention center security logs for you. Sandoval signed out. He isn't there.
Taggart will know where he went.
You really think he'll tell you in the middle of a riot? In front of all the media?
He will if I ask real nice.
Well, if that doesn't work, he also has a dressing room backstage. Seems to me a man like Taggart must keep close track of his employees.
Hi, I'm here for my drugs.
Will you be purchasing anything today?
Preferably. Let's start with the 2 Praxis kits. Then, ooh, we have enough for some jars. And I think I'm going to have enough Typhoon ammo for a while.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. By the way, so, I didn't I hinted at it earlier in the playthrough, but I'll mention it just outright now. Yes, you visit Detroit twice. A lot of the stationary stuff that is here on your first visit is here on your second visit. So, for example, the 2 Praxis kits that are hidden out in the world, still here. The side quests that were available in the original Detroit visit are no longer available in the second visit, but the stuff out in the world is. So if you've missed out on the Praxis kits that are in the sewers and, can't remember where the other one is. Oh, in the building, in the chop shop, then you can grab them now. I think we showed off the convention center last time we were here. There's like a bathroom or something. Yeah.
He's on stage now. His protection is deep. Only those with VIP.
Only those with VIP passes can get past the guard, but we have one. So that's good. Alright, I'm going to continue this episode, but I want to check something real quick, so I'm just going to alt-tab. Yep, I had to get a resource up. My apologies for the little hiccup there.
Sometimes this escalator has broken down this week.
You think they would actually work and not just in there looking
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What is it?
What is going on with Jensen's Ox?
Really changing the world for the better.
Oh, well, that seems to be where we're going.
You don't have to get up.
Alright, I would recommend making an autosave here, or some sort of save, because this is one of the most random conversations in the game. There's a lot of RNG to it, so... Oh, never mind. It's not here.
Yeah, backstage area is completely blocked off.
I don't want to get backstage. At least not yet.
Contortionist or midget is going to try to assassinate Taggart? Don't get smart.
Oh, that's funny. I think they were just talking about, hey, there's a vent to Taggart's office, but, like, nobody can fit in it. But they haven't met Adam Jensen.
Human evolution is a fantasy, but that is exactly what I am telling you. As a world...
Where's your sidekick, Taggart? 6 months ago, Seraph Industries was attacked by mercenaries whose objective was to cripple our research. But I've learned the attack was just a smokescreen. Megan Reed's team was kidnapped, and Isaiah Sandoval, your personal aide, was involved.
That is ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for Mr. Jensen's intrusion, and I assure you that these accusations are without basis.
Are they?
This is Sandoval. Why are you calling me here?
There's been a change of plans. Seraph's team must not make it to the hearing.
But that's too soon. If you want me to remove the GPLs, I'll need a full operating suite. Does the facility have one?
That's your man, Taggart. Talking about removing implanted GPL devices so that the people who took Seraph scientists could cover it up.
I see what's going on here. Seraph Industries has received 2 black eyes in the last few days. The first due to the shocking news coming out of Montreal that biotech companies are secretly participating in unethical super soldier experiments. And the second as a result of their violent escalation of today's peaceful protest. David Seraph and his corporate bedfellows are desperate and in imminent danger of losing the regulation vote, so this man has been sent here to attack my reputation.
I'm right here, Taggart. Look at me. I admit, I wouldn't feel bad if your reputation was damaged in front of the press, since you've been doing the same to my colleagues for years, but that's not why I'm here. Seraph scientists are alive, and it's time for the truth to come out.
The truth, Mr. Jensen, is that this recording of yours proves nothing. It could have been made by anyone in the world with a grudge against Humanity Front, and you are our prime suspect.
You're right, it's not enough to get a conviction. But it's enough for a search warrant. That's all I want, Taggart. Why are you standing in the way?
I'm not. I'm trying to protect... Look, Mr. Jensen. If you play that recording for the police, at best, they'll dismiss it. At worst, they'll tell you to seek counseling. So, why are you really here? We all know you suffered a terrible tragedy in the attack on Seraph Industries. Why can't you put it behind you?
You're right. Picking up my life after that surgery was the hardest thing I've ever done. Hell, first time I saw myself in a mirror, I smashed the damn thing. But I've gotten past it, because I know that what I need to do to make things right is help the other victims of that attack.
If you can't help yourself, how do you expect to be able to help anyone else? What do you expect to gain here today, Mr. Jensen? Were you hoping that confronting me publicly like this would somehow restore your sense of control and enable you to look at yourself in the mirror again?
You want to talk about control, Taggart? Let's talk about yours. It takes a lot of discipline to stand up in front of the press every time a pro-augmentation company or clinic is assaulted and then deny responsibility. How does it feel to know your people are so out of control they would resort to violence like that?
It tears me apart. But I cannot allow myself to feel guilty for the misguided actions of others. From the very day I founded Humanity Front, I made it clear that the group would be devoted to non-violent resistance. To deviate from this would mean dishonoring the memory of the very woman whose murder caused me to found the organization. Mr. Jensen, how can you possibly accuse me of doing otherwise?
What happened to your wife was tragic. But what's happening to Sarif scientists is going on right now, and you have a chance to do something about it. You have nothing to lose if Sandoval's innocent. And if he isn't, you can preserve your reputation by helping me. Why won't you do that?
Because I just can't believe Isaias would be guilty of this, but you're right. Whether he's guilty or not, I have to get to the truth. Marjorie would want it that way. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize, but I'm going to have to beg your indulgence for a few moments more. If you will all please remain patient, I will return as soon as I can. Thank you. Mr. Jensen, I'll see you backstage.
So confront can work in that conversation the entire time. And if it does, you should just keep confronting him. But if his mood level drops like it did there, you should switch for the last two to redirect. And again, it's cool because if you read the description of his emotions and stuff, it does actually give you a lot of hints in that regard.
This is Eliza Cassan reporting to you.
I think he's here, right? Yeah.
Mr. Jensen, I appreciate you allowing me to deal with this in a more discreet manner.
Save it, Taggart. You've wasted enough of my time as it is. Now where's Sandoval?
He has an apartment he uses when in this city, on Grand River Road. He mentioned he was feeling very run down, so I can only assume he went there.
I see.
He's not an evil man, Mr. Jensen. If he's done what you say, it's only because of his brother, Ezekiel. A man you might know better as Zeke Sanders.
Sanders? The man who attacked Sarif's manufacturing plant?
I knew nothing about it until after it was over, and then I tried. I tried to convince Isaias not to follow in his footsteps.
Good job.
Mr. Jensen, please. Isaias has done so much for so many needy people. People suffering from implant rejection. Promise me you will deal with him fairly.
That all depends on Isaias.
I understand, but please try.
Smooth operator, despite the fact we didn't actually do this in a violent way. And we lost a break through that wall. And I think there's a vent, yeah, the vent's right there. It's hilarious if you do this in the sneaky way. Because you literally drop down on him, it's hilarious. I forget how Detroit 2 ends. And I'm worried that we're like not going to run into the side quests. The side quests are usually quite like quite obvious in Human Revolution. Like it's very difficult to miss them. But I am a little worried that we might. There's a couple here. So I'm going to have a check between episodes. Which reminds me, that's a good place to end off the episode. I will see you guys next time.